Good morning. This is Hope, who has got a really good pair of lungs, and she's out of a box. She's a little bit swollen, you see, around her shoulder areas, and she's just had a feed, so maybe the message ain't got from her tummy to her brain yet that she's actually full. There's Ruth just fed her. She's sat down again. Mum's bright enough. She's eaten. She's drunk. She's had all her medications, and she really is quite nice, isn't she? Let's see if I can get in here and see if we can pacify her a bit. Oh, no. So, incredible news goes to sum up. I'm absolutely staggered that it's up, look at that, it's up. So it's standing. It's a bit of a sore shoulder on one side, but that'll mend up. Oh, we hope it will anyway. We think it will. So and it's just a case of, maybe that wants a splint, I don't know. That's something we could do, isn't it, Ruth? Could give it a splint, maybe. Just to, there's Ruth there. Ruth's done plenty of splinting in her time. Maybe you could put a toilet roll on it again. Yeah. Ruth put a toilet roll on one's neck once, and we absolutely rinsed her for it. And, well, it certainly didn't do any harm. It were always clean from then onwards. Kleenex. So, yes, it straightened its neck. So, as you can see there, he's got a bit of an injured shoulder, but he can get about. Mum's been up, she's been eating, she's been drinking. They're obviously, it was a really, really difficult birth, But to see her there, able to stand, admittedly, that maybe I think it wouldn't hurt, Ruth, if you can put your splint in. Well, see what Philip thinks when he gets here, and maybe the two of you. It's just that bottom joint's just going over, isn't it? Vulcanite's come to sit next to its mum. So that's the thing of beauty. So all in all, way better than we could ever have dreamed of. There's an issue, but I don't think it's going to need a tissue. In the sense, I don't think we'll be dabbing our eyes because it doesn't make it. I fully expect to rear that lamb now.
It's a little frightened, like I said. I watched it last night with me.
It was awful.
So I'm trying to obviously help from afar.
Yeah.
And then coming this morning, after Kate's left me a couple of messages, and I'm like, right, okay, this one wants to live. So
100% it does.
Do everything we can.
So I think Hope is. My dad just said, call it Hope and be done with it. Yeah, I thought, okay then. That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Give Ruth the microphone, then we can hear her better.
Yeah, you were all.
Well, hang on. A counter proposal from Jane should be called Miracle. What about Miracle for a middle name? Hope Miracle.
Hope Miracle.
Hope Miracle. Right, and then the second Miracle. Do you want to just stand that one up, Ruth?
Yeah.
And, now this one, if anything, was worse.
It
well,
is.
No, it wasn't worse. The U, I felt,
girl.
God, it was unbelievable.
Oh,
so tight was the pelvis.
Oh.
To have got that lamb, it's a big lamb again.
And we've not quite got control of legs yet, but we're a lot better than we were.
Not bad, is it?
No.
And I think that ewe is brighter than the other.
Steady.
And lamb can just about stand. It was trying to feed earlier.
So again, we just need to stretch because it's got long legs.
They're massive, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why it keeps. I think because it's been like this in womb. If you watch,
look, Ruth, when I put.
Oh.
When David tried first, and I think he'd lost his confidence.
Good girl.
By the time this one was born, because he'd had a really tough. It's a boy. a really tough time with the other one. I think he'd lost his confidence. And he says, what do you think? And I know what he means, because if you look how far its front legs are stretched out.
Yeah, it's there we go.
Right?
That's brilliant.
The head wasn't. The head didn't appear to be following.
I know.
Because it was so far. You know, normally the leg.
I mean, look at this. That's some length of leg.
Yeah.
And that's, do you know what I mean? So
you know, like normally the nose.
it's like that sort
exactly,
of thing,
is
isn't
level
it?
with its knees, but this nose was level with its shoulders.
Shoulders.
And I think he thought the head wasn't following. And then we drew it forward, and the head didn't follow. So I'll just need to get that contraption and just show everyone
Works.
what we used. Looks like that one of them games where you win a goldfish and send a ping pong ball in, isn't it?
Now then,
I used to see in the fair.
Now then.
So we got this thing. I said to Dave, get me that thingy that brings the head forward. I'll get Ruth to demonstrate this so you can see. So this is a contraption that someone's designed, haven't they? Someone's put time and effort into, and no doubt a patent perhaps. So
what you would do, you'd thread obviously that bit through the U.
that was it. I had David controlling the other end.
And then
I had my hand inside. Bear in mind the pelvis was really tight.
Yeah.
And then we slipped that cord behind the back of its head and sort of under its chin, or ideally through its mouth.
Yeah, ideally, but obviously you can't.
And then he pulls that green bit, and that tightens it, so it makes a noose, which sounds
So-
like an awful thing.
But you've got grip on the head, so you've got all that pull there. So you've got the head, you've got the legs, so it
And
pulls
the noose
and
the noose is nowhere near its neck.
No, because what you don't want is obviously it round here, because then as it tightens up,
Exactly.
it's really bad. So you want it
Yeah,
sort of in that position.
exactly.
So that
if you
bit-
can- if you can see there, round the back of the head, behind its ears and through its mouth.
Yeah.
So, but that's easier said than done.
When
you've got
you're
a lamb
inside
that-
you,
a
yeah.
lamb that size through a pelvis that was narrow and in a womb that's it was a dry. It sounds awful, but it was a dry birth. We're trying to
Yeah.
get some
Lube in it.
yeah. So it was tricky, but I got it behind its head. David tensioned it with the green bit, drew it forward, and it came forward just enough to get past the pelvis, and then it slipped off. So, but it was far enough through then.
Then for you to actually.
Exactly, but then it was just a case of we needed. You know, it
It's
was like the giant
it's
turnip.
getting everything through, isn't it?
But when you see it like that, there's
I
no
mean,
wonder it was a struggle.
These legs are a lot stronger since I've come. So the more he stands up, the stronger he's getting. And all it is because he's just been tucked under inside. So the tendons just need stretching out. They're fine.
Monica says we can never get on with laminade. And, well, David doesn't like it,
No,
does he?
some people don't like them. I never used to.
First time I've used it to good effect.
I never used to until possibly, 10, 15 years ago. And I had no choice but to use one on, not here, somewhere else. And ever since then, I can get on with them, but it's got to be a one that I know I can't get.
I found it a lot easier having someone controlling the green bit.
Yeah.
You know, so I
Because
say, right,
if you're on your own, you're all fingers and thumbs.
yeah, tighten now, and we
Yeah.
just got it behind him. We only just had it right, or else, because it did come off, but it got it through. So yeah, I don't know whether David will try the laminade now or not, but I know Kate had to call him out in the night, and to help with one, and then I got up at about 5 o'clock to help you with one.
I rung you, didn't I? Just because that
Yeah.
one weren't behaving itself.
So right, show us the one that we lambed earlier, then. Ruth,
This one?
please. This one.
Yeah.
All right, good.
This one. So this one, she'd started lambing, and managed to get the legs, and then the head went back, and I hadn't got enough hands. Exactly where that comes
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
and obviously as you guys are
So
here,
I just pulled the rope, and
Yeah,
you made sure the head followed.
As Rob pulled up, I'd managed to flick the head back round, so you got your legs, and its head were real down like this. And there wasn't a lot of room, so as Rob pulled up, I'd flick the head, got hold of the head, but I didn't have enough arms to reach, so Rob just pulled legs out, guided head out.
Tracy Jenner says, I could never get on with lambing ropes, but never seen that gadget before. The good thing about that gadget is it's like a wire.
Yeah, but it's a soft wire. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not like
But it's stable enough to give you a chance
Yeah.
of getting it round the head.
Yeah, so you can put some pressure on without it actually doing anything.
Yeah, is that a male or a female, Ruth?
It's a female.
Oh, good. We've had a few males in a row. Not that we don't like boys, but we prefer girls, we'll be honest. Breeding sheep of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Patricia says, this lamb has beautiful markings. Moira says, morning Robin Ruth, glad to see. Hope is doing well. Anouk Rose Boom sent 100 stars. Thank you very much. We've currently got the potential for a stars party with 3 minutes 51 seconds to activate a stars party. I don't know if that will happen or not. Sometimes it does. Paul says, morning farmer Robin Ruth. Ruth, do you want to just have a walk round them?
Yeah.
And
there
tell
is
us what
three
you're finding.
Where's she gone? There's one that keeps coming back to this corner.
Right. You holler if there's something noticeable to look at. Ruth's going to
Steady, girls.
have a gentle walk round, because, and it's a shame to disturb them, but equally, you've got to keep having a look, because they can sometimes be a little bit secretive and just be lambing away on the quiet. Some are very vocal, some are very obvious. Pam sent 200 stars, thank you. Michael Ian Kenyon sent 20 stars, thank you so much. Sarah says, glad Hope is okay. Pamela sent 50 stars. Tanya says, good morning farmers Robin. Ruth. Ruth is just about, there's one there, just having a look there. Anything happening there? That one's scratching the ground, but that one's already lambed. Emma Shaw sent 99 stars.
Steady.
Sally Palmer sent 100 stars. Shaz X Blake sent 100 stars, thank you. Judith Ingalls sent 50 stars. Rebecca says, Louise Hannah, they already got Hercules, a Shire horse. How many Shire horses have we got, Ruth?
9.
9 Shire horses.
10 with Hercules when he's back.
I've never thought I'd see the day. 9 Shires.
She's not going to be long.
Ruth's seen one that thinks it ain't going to be long. Wonder if we ought to get that hay feeder out and make a bit more room.
Well, and put racks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, can do.
Have we any spare racks in here?
There's one rack behind you.
All right, because they'll not eat loads now, will they?
No.
It's just, as we keep building pens, their room to lamb gets ever smaller. Could do with losing some molasses tubs as well, I suppose, but...
Well, we can
We're 2/3 of the way to a stars party with 1 minute 41 seconds left. Thank you so very, very much. Karen says, good morning, Robin Ruth. Hope it's going to be a good day. And Sue Smith says, glad the lamb is okay. Karen Hopwood sent 99 stars.
Steady, girl, steady.
Lorna says, that was a tough night for you all. It absolutely was, but you don't mind. Christine sent 250 stars, thank you. You don't mind when you get the result that we've got, which is 2 ewes who are exceeding all expectations in terms of the recovery, and 2 lambs which look incredible when you consider that they were literally fighting for every last breath. Penny says, how's the little lamb? Little lamb is gone. Nothing happening then, Ruth?
There's, I've just been and got her back, and she's gone straight back down.
Oh, the one that sat down there?
Yeah.
Right. So that's
There's
quite
nothing
telling.
there yet, but...
That's hope. So, have we got our stars party? I don't actually know. I missed that.
Huh?
Hope is my surname, the name. Irene Marsh sent 100 stars. I don't know if we've got it or not. Louise Goddard, Susan sent stars. Karen sent stars. Thank you so much for all your stars. You're indeed stars. Right, what else have we got? Is there anything else here, Ruth, that's been born this morning? Or all these
no,
kept
I think
coming
you had enough last night.
Yeah.
I need to catch up.
Yeah, it was relentless. I think we had 6 in an hour. That's one that David lambed. You see, we could make a few more pens in.
We need to shunt them round a bit, don't we?
Yeah, I think we'll get rid of that feeder and make another couple of pens here. Lose the molasses up there. I don't know. And maybe let a few out from the other side. That's all we can do.
Well, I let one out this morning because I was like, if all these go, we'll have no rooms. But I've got 1 pen left that's up. I can put another 2 there.
Yeah.
So I've got potentially 3 without doing anything.
Let's go and have a look in that other pen then,
Yeah.
Ruth, and see if there's any that we can. Because as we start taking pens down in the other side, as the lambs get stronger, we can start letting more out, can't we?
Well, I let
that's the
another
way we'll
strong
win.
single out this morning,
Yeah,
just because I wanted the room.
yeah, yeah. So ultimately, we'll start collapsing. Maybe this side.
Yeah, we can do.
It's the singles, you see. Once they've had a couple of days,
See, that could.
they're fine.
Has that got another one? Yeah, that's a. See, that's a single.
Excuse me.
But I just need to sort because that needs recording and tagging up.
Yeah.
So that could go.
Well, we're not. I think we've got about. There's 2 more pens to build. We could build another in the corner. There's at least one empty, isn't there? So
See,
we're not.
that's a good single. That can come out if we need to.
You know, as we take this side down.
That's what I'm saying. If we could, because that's a twin, so you could let that out and put that
we
one
could
across.
put more than 5 sheep and lambs
Yeah.
into this area,
Yeah.
couldn't we then? Because the as long as they're bonded up properly, as long as they're feeding properly, and as long as ideally as long as they're singles.
That's the tup. It's one at Valet Tups in feed.
Oh, is it? Nice. Playing music. David's learning a musical instrument.
Is it?
Yeah,
What's he learning?
I can't tell you.
Is it a secret?
Yeah,
Oh, right, okay.
it's not for family viewing. I'm winding him up with it.
Oh, okay. Not like you at all.
Mary says yes, it's called Hope. Leslie says yes. Has a crooked neck. Think shoulder injury, but he's doing well. Yeah, I think it's got one leg that needs a bit of mending up, but other than that, it looks pretty well. Do you think, Ruth?
It's shouting, it's strong. Like I said, we just need some TLC on that shoulder, and then. But we can do that. We've done it before when things have needed TLC.
I still don't understand. I'd love to see it like a 3D image of.
Exactly how it was.
Yeah, you know, so that we could actually learn from it. Because all I know is Kate had a go. I mean, we all tried more than once. And Kate had a go, and she says its other leg is right back round its other shoulder. So that might be why that shoulder's weak.
It's just, yeah. It might
So
have grown like that. Do you know what I mean? It's got into a position, and that muscle might be a bit weak. It's like physio.
Well,
isn't it?
I then basically brought that shoulder over the top of its head and round to the other side of its body. So that might be why.
It's a bit.
Yeah,
It's like us when we've pulled a muscle
Yeah.
and whatnot, isn't it?
Margaret says, "Can we see Blossom?" Absolutely can. So we've loads of strong, thriving, healthy lambs in here. It's just such a shame to mullock them away early before they're fully ready to go into that communal area. But space is not our friend at the moment. They're coming thick and fast, which, you know, is good and bad.
Come on, Moody Margaret. Moody Margaret.
Right, go on then, Ruth. You tell us what you think has changed about.
I just think
Blossom.
she's altered her whole body positioning and all here, all down here. She's altered since yesterday, and she has been moody this morning, very, very moody for her. But I mean, she's not being nasty. She's just moody, ain't you?
Well, Sue says you got your stars party. Thanks, Sue, and thank you to everyone who contributed to the party. And you're thinking, Ruth, that we ought to get that fall alarm on her.
If you look at her udder now and her teats, stand up. Stand up. Good girl. Stand up. Good girl. She's not got waxing or anything,
No.
but
No, you do believe. Oh, look at that. Gordon's lambs all skipping along.
good girl.
Look at that. That's a sign of things to come. So Gordon lambs a week or two before us, and his lambs are just peering in as if to say, "Look, look at this. It's great outside. It won't be long." And off they go, skipping along their merry way. So that shows. It feels like spring is just around the corner. Although I think there is a chance. I think it's going to be more sleet than snow.
I don't think we're going to have much. I'd be surprised if we do. You could probably get more here than.
I think it'll be like, going over the A66
Yes.
and the top of the Pennines, probably where we're going to get
scratchy
sleet
spot?
and rain.
Have I got your scratchy spot?
They're going to get thick snow.
Look at your scratchy spot.
So Ruth's scratching her bottom, and Blossom's head is getting low. She looks like Eo, doesn't she?
Good girl.
Charlene, what a lovely name. It's 2 a.m. here in Tennessee. I'll finish on catch-up. I'll pay for my late night in the morning. 3,000 people watching. So Tennessee, in my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. That's
yes.
one of Dolly's...
It is, it's a dolly, that.
Dolly's lyrics. Becky says, I would
actually.
say definitely put the fall collar on her now. That's from Becky. Okay, Becky.
But,
Received and understood.
she's losing a lot of her hair as well, which all the mares have done as they've come closer. It's falling after her by handful.
Linda says Blossom will be birthing soon. Pamela says you would be moody too.
Yeah.
Well, Ruth's been there and done it, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So she knows what being a mother is like.
Fed up.
Sandra
too
says, how
big.
lovely to see the baby lambs enjoying themselves. It was a magical little sight, that, wasn't it? I'll just show you again. I'll go a bit nearer the door. And they're all on the prowl. So they've recently been turned out into that rested meadow. And that's what Gordon does. He's a very, very good farmer. Rests his fields. Here come the lambs, look. They're all... Da-da. They're all having a charge about, and they're playing in amongst the trees. And again, this is where trees in grazing land give a little bit of shelter. They give shade from the sun, which is going to become ever more important as the climate invariably changes. So shade from the sun is going to become something that's really needed and sought after. And enrichment, because those lambs are enjoying discovering and playing around those trees, and there's nothing more magical than seeing them exploring the big wide world for the first time. 3,100 people watching. We'll turn our attentions back to Ruth and Blossom. So anything else that we need to consider, Ruth? Anything else we need to think about? I
think what I'm going to do, I'll groom her up and sort her tail out today as well. Just clean her tail up and see if she'll... Does she need a shower and get a nightie on ready for the big occasion? Is that what you do? Well, I'm going to... Obviously, we've been picking her feet out anyway. Really? Oh,
look at that.
dearie
She likes
me.
the attention, doesn't she?
Oh, she does.
She really does.
But yeah, just basically make her feel a bit more... Anything I can do to make her feel a bit more comfortable.
Right. Eleanor says we've woken to a good covering of snow here in Orkney. How much further is Orkney than Auburn? A long way.
Really?
I don't know. I'm going to have a look though. Joking apart, I'm going to have to check the weather forecast.
You are, because I mean, it's not a 2-minute trip, is it, Auburn? Tell you what, I'll text Emma and see what it's like up by her. Not Emma that helps us with Shires. Other Emma.
Oh, yeah.
I call cow Emma. Because if it's bad there, then it'll be bad further up as well.
Lynn says, sorry Rob, got to go to do my grandma duties. We'll catch up later. Have a good day. And the absolute same to you. Being a grandma absolutely comes first.
What?
Penny says Blossom loves Ruth. She absolutely does. And Elaine says, or Linda says, Ruth and Blossom have a wonderful relationship. Nikki Bammont said, fingers crossed for Valentine's Day. And Margaret says she loves Ruth so much. And Ellen says, right at the top of Scotland. Well, I don't know quite. Auburn's a fair way up, isn't it? It's a couple hours drive beyond Edinburgh, I think. Anyway, we'll check the forecast before we set off, because I don't want to be stranded with livestock in a trailer and on snowy roads. So 3,100 people watching. So we've looked at those lambs. There's a chap here peering through. Oh, there's Albert. And what we're doing to reintegrate him into the bachelor pack of Valet Rams is to put him in a pen within a pen, for really just to make sure he's not picked on when he first gets let out. So they're getting used to his smell, getting used to his presence in their presence, and that'll mean that they get on better when the time comes.
Auburn's across here.
No, so it's a long way up into it,
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, so that's all right then. Just because they've got snow in Orkney, don't mean they're going to
No.
have it in Oban.
No.
So Glasgow's there, Oban.
Auburn's there, Glasgow's there.
All right.
And we're there.
Yeah, so it's not of a drive.
2-minute drive.
6 hours. 6 hours in a car, longer in a trailer.
Oh yeah, with stops.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah,
have to,
with
I was going to say
appropriate
you're going to have to stop, aren't you?
Stops for rest because the car tells you now if you've been driving a certain amount of time, it says you need to stop for a rest.
No, you can't
It
come
knows
with us.
when you haven't stopped.
No.
Oh, beautiful. No.
Can't come with us.
Oh.
Huh? You can't come
So-
with us. I'm sorry.
Lorna says, Rob, coat of snow 20 miles from Aberdeen. I think Aberdeen is,
That's for the...
yeah, further up. We once drove to Aberdeen as well. We've been everywhere. Not everywhere, but we seem to have been a fair few places.
Stand up and wait. Good girl.
Right.
Well done.
So, Valet Tups, Valet Ewes, Dutch spotted ones that were born, they're the ones that were born in January. And really, we're just waiting until that weather is, till we've got the confidence to say, right, now is your time, out you go, and enjoy your spring. And until then, we're going to try and keep them as warm
it's
and
just a bit
cosy as we
wet,
possibly
isn't it?
can, yeah. Bernice Elizabeth, Chatterton, I've spent the week painting folding boxes ready for the maternity ward opening, almost ready for the first 5 to fall. So that must mean, Bernice, that you maybe run a livery ad that specialises in foaling mares. That's what some people do,
They do though. That's all they do, and a lot of people do actually send the mares
Yeah,
to them.
totally.
Because it's obviously you want your expertise and you want.
You can see why.
Yeah.
And I suppose there's an efficiency. If you're watching one, you might as well be watching 10. And
Well,
it's
this is it,
unlikely
they'll
that
have-
more than one, I'm going to say lamb, will fall at the same time.
They'll be all set up, won't they? They'll have cameras and everything on every
Exactly.
one,
And-
then
and-
there'll have somebody through night, through day, or
Yeah.
2 people through night, through day.
And the expertise
Yes.
to deal with it when something happens. So it's
An experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, you might have the technical knowledge, but you'll have people there that have done it time and time again.
God, it's trying to feed that one. Look.
Good girl,
Such
steady.
a long lamb, isn't it?
She's trying
It's
to figure out
almost-
how
it's
them legs
almost
work.
there, isn't it? Almost there.
Steady. That's it.
Liz says, do you think Blossom is nearer than you think she is? I think she's still a week or 10 days away. Elaine says, we have snow just a covering, though, near Glasgow. Right. Sharon says, morning, Robin Ruth. And Benny says, yeah, we have a stud yard, and we have them sending them to us from Scotland. Fabulous. So that's really good. That must be such an exciting job to do as well. But I suppose there's a pressure and responsibility, because it's bad enough falling
On
your own
but
horse.
if you're falling other people's
Yeah.
horses, there's a lot more pressure, I suppose.
It's the dreams, hopes, and expectations,
Yeah.
isn't it? But I know that anything can go wrong. I know Adam Henson, when he sent his Suffolk Punch to a foaling yard, they lost the foal.
It
tragically.
happens. Unfortunately, this last 2 years, there's a lot of falls, especially on the big breeds.
Dumfries says snow. Oh heck.
Philip-
Paula says, how's the lamb from yesterday? The lamb from yesterday?
He's trying to go to the toilet at the minute.
Well, that's what we want. It's fantastic. It's just got a sore shoulder and leg. But apart from that, there he is. Oh, there she is. And she's about to pass. Look at that.
There we go.
There we are. Very successful. And then she sits down. So she's all about, isn't she? And look at that. Mum's up.
Eating.
Now, I'd have given her a lot of money to see that last night.
You seen this?
Oh gosh. How's that managed to get up there so soon? So that's climbed up on top of its mum.
But it's coming down, because if she stands up quickly.
It's snowing in Berwick-upon-Tweed.
Oh, right.
Please, lamb
Okay.
is doing well, says Margaret.
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but if your
Frida
mum
says,
stands
hi,
up
Robin
quick.
Ruth. Paula says, oh, bless. And Penny Ann says, lovely to see hope. It just shows there's always hope. Now then, we've got a digger, Ruth.
It's her that kept went and laid back down, isn't it? She's nothing there yet.
Is she
though.
making a bed, or is she starting to lamb? That's the question. We'll find out soon. Tune in to find out. Love Berwick-upon-Tweed Says Anne, I love that Northumberland east coast. All the way up there is absolutely fantastic. Craster, Holy Island,
Steady.
or Lindisfarne, whichever you prefer. All those areas, yeah, Alnwick, they're really, really lovely. So to sum up, the 2 sheep that were born last night that we had terrible troubles with, that one and the one at the end. That one at the end's trying to feed. That one's just been to the toilet. Mum's just had a feed and she's taken a keen interest in the lamb. So we could not have asked for more.
I think at the minute all systems go.
Oh, massively. I'll be honest with you. You know, I said to Kate, that one's pawing the ground. Look, is it nesting or is it making a bed?
That one, and then there's that one, and then there's her. She's gone back into the corner as well.
Yeah.
So you've got potentially 3.
Don't let them fill that feeder then, Ruth.
No, I'll move it out of the way. Wait if, obviously, if Dave's been up, he'll be a bit later.
You just need someone to give you a lift out with it, but I think we'll have the space and use a rack.
Actually,
Yvonne says, I love lambing, but it makes me anxious, even though I know they're in safe hands. We're having this conversation with Philip yesterday. I said, do you get to the point where you're nervous about the horse falling? And he says, no, because if you get nervous, it'll transfer to the animal, and really, success and failure is just part of keeping livestock. You know, you're never ever going to go through a lambing or any kind of situation where things have been born without having any setbacks. It's actually impossible. So Sab says, did you sell the 2 cows at weekend? We did. One went to a young handler, the other went to a young, recently married couple as a foundation cow for their herd. So really lovely outcome. You know, they made a price that was in line with expectations. So and we had a really, really nice time. Becky says, why do the ewes go into the corner to give birth? It's just they just need to find a place that they're happy with. I think that's the best way. You know, they'll go to a favoured place. Anna says walking in Northumberland is great. It absolutely is. There's that castle is a magical place, Bamburgh Castle. Absolutely love it. I mean, Julie and I generally go up to Helmsley. You know, every couple of months, couple of nights. That's our holidays.
I used to live up there.
You did? At Helmsley?
Lived at a place called Fandale Beck.
Fandale Beck? Where's that near?
In between Stokesley and Helmsley. After Pump Moors.
It's absolutely our favourite place.
I love it.
Yeah.
We've got some friends up there. Steady girls.
I was just saying to David last night before he made a smutty comment. I said, when I've got my watch on, my Apple Watch.
Oh yeah, I saw this bit.
If I've been doing any kind of particular exercise or anything out of the ordinary, I said I like to see what my heart's racing at. And he looked at me with that smutty look. And I said, my dad went potty.
Yeah, your dad weren't impressed.
And I said, David, I'm talking about walking up Revo Bank at Helmsley, nothing else.
It's not a gentle bank, is it?
Do you know it?
Yeah.
It's absolute killer. We've started doing the walk now where we walk down it instead of up it.
We
do it other way around and then...
It's hilarious in snow.
Excuse me, we walk down to the visitor centre at the bottom of... what do you call it?
Into bottom?
The Abbey. Revo Abbey. Yeah, of course, Revo. Hang on, Ruth, I'm watching it on the new drag net and I could be up here. 1, 2, 3. Right. So that's now gone. Ruth says, Northumberland is the land of my fathers. Quite literally, I spent many happy holidays in the area. Fantastic. It's the land. Is it Durham that's the land of the Prince Bishops, or is it Northumberland? I think it might be Durham. I'm not sure. Someone will tell us. So that's now given us more room. Are these full or empty rooms?
Some of them are full. That one's full.
I wonder if we get them. What would give us it? We get another pen.
We get another 3
pen.
Yeah, we get another pen there, 2 there. You might get another 2 here.
Do we just put those all in one line right next to the door? And then get one more here and two more there, and I don't know.
Hang on, just a minute.
That's empty.
That can go out.
That one's saying, "Don't take my food away." Yes, it's Durham, says Anne. Yes, it's Durham, says Angela. Lily says, "Thank you, beautiful video." So still 3,100 people watching. Ruth is busily removing, because we don't now. These sheep are significantly less in this pen. We don't need.
There's a lot in that.
Don't.
I'm not lifting that.
We don't need as many. As long as they all go. It's really that one, isn't it?
Yeah, but if I tip that into this.
All right. Yeah.
If I
Probably
can.
wouldn't hurt anyway, because it's nice to empty them out, isn't it? So, Ruth's tipping that in there, and these sheep love this. It's basically molasses. It's treacle. It's full of energy.
It's sticky.
Yeah, and it gets on your hands.
Blossom
Val says
loves
Durham
it.
is the land of the Prince Bishops. How's the lamb in the heat box? Says Shirley. The lamb in the heat box is out of the heat box, and it's with its mum. It's just stood up and had a poo. She's on the verge of laying on it. Look at that. That would be such a tragedy. I'll just make sure she's not hampering it. And this is what can happen. But I'll just. It's not getting smothered, but it's not a million miles away from being laid on, and she's certainly laid on that shoulder that needs protecting. So come on, little one. There we are. Just make sure it's not in danger. So that's Hope. That's Mum. Mum's been up and fed. Absolutely champion. There's the other one that had a really tough time. Both of them doing fantastically well. So Ruth has condensed those tubs of treacle down into lesser increments, and therefore enabling us, in due course this morning, to build more pens. Look at that one. He's thinking, wow, I don't often get a chance of a full bowl of soup like that. Yeah, they're not so bad, really, are they? Are you going to try and get them?
Just moving them up a bit.
Yeah. Leslie says, I live in Northumberland, not too far from Holy Island and Bamburgh. Leslie, you're a lucky lady. Absolutely fantastic place. One of our favourite places. I think we went last...
Come on.
The summer before, I think. We didn't go last summer. Maybe we'll go together. Maybe we'll go there again this summer. So I feel as though I could get a job for Northumberland Tourist Board. And for Helmsley Tourist Board. Deborah says, love Helmsley. My great-granddad lived there. Love Yorkshire. I'm in the West Midlands. Hope and Mum looking good this morning. We tend to go to the Feathers because it's a proper little hotel / pub full of local people who the
proper locals, aren't they?
Just normal, and we often get
exactly
talking to people.
Yeah,
and they'll
friendly bunch as well.
Yeah. So yeah, it's what we like to do. And we'll probably go for our wedding anniversary. I think 35 years we've been married this March.
Ooh, congratulations!
I was a child bride. Well, we're only 20. I'm 20 years old, and
there we go.
And still together. Carol said she certainly does. Leslie says no bottle feed ones yet. No, we've had nothing to bottle feed, have we?
No.
So we have a few triplets coming a bit later on.
Yes, well, when we scanned the other day, there were 6 triplets. So we know we've got some coming, and then that other batch has got some as well. So
Teresa's asking if we're going to see Ted. He's her favourite. We absolutely are. I'm going to go down and see him shortly.
I'm going to wash my hands before I put my lasses on.
Yeah, well, I'll shut the gate behind you then.
Thank you. I'm going to say, you grab hold of the gate then.
I'm trying to walk in these reading glasses, and I feel as though I'm going to absolutely face plant. Right, brilliant. Thank you very much, Ruth.
No worries.
I'll take my mic when you've...
Yeah, let me just...
When you've washed up. Not washed up as in done dishes, washed up your hands. One's having a sneeze. So yeah, we've had a successful night, haven't we, really?
Yeah.
Not to touch wood, not to lose any from that bunch of lambings. Incredible, because I was thinking, oh God, what's Philip going to say?
She's there, look.
Oh, yeah. Well, give David a ring. Is there anything happening, Ruth?
Yeah.
And,
Is Philip coming as well?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, because I need to go shortly.
All right. If that one starts lambing though, before what time are you going?
I'll be going at 9.
All right. Well, it's 8:15. So if it starts lambing in the next,
She's gone back down the corner.
yeah, after 3/4 of an hour,
Yes, I shall.
give me a shout and I'll come back up with these guys. Gonna go down and have a look. Yeah.
Could be a busy morning.
We're due another little splurge of them, aren't we?
I'll get some pens put up now.
Yeah. So I've got a coral or jade wedding anniversary apparently. Right, thank you very much then, Ruth. We may see you shortly, we may not. Depending what happens. I'll see you soon. Right, so hopefully that was an interesting, enjoyable start to the broadcast. Do we do a walk? Be kind of nice to walk because I'd like to show you the progress that we're making on the playground. So we'll walk down. Why not? A bit sore from the exertions of last night. You know, when you're sort of laid down and pulling and tugging and manoeuvring and manipulating and doing your best to deliver something, it's surprising the toll it can take on you. And I do think David was like Elvis Presley last night. He was a bit shook up. And lambing can get you like that. You can have a run of real successes, and then you can have a run of you only need one that doesn't go your way, and it can just dent your confidence a little bit. You can. It's like playing cricket. You can feel as though you can never be out, and all of a sudden you get into a run of worse form, and then you wonder where your next run's coming from. And anything like that, confidence goes a long way in what you're doing. So I managed to deliver both of those difficult sheep. Normally David, there's not much you can't deal with, but I felt very lucky that I was just able to get them. But sometimes just a fresh hand, you know, you can get tired and you just get them to a point and you can't quite finish the job off. So here we are. The mic's still in your pocket, says Lynn. I suppose it's when I'm walking, isn't it? Do I? I'll clip it to something and then it might not jump about as much. Oh, cracky. Oops, just bear with me. Let's see if that does a bit less rustling maybe. Right, 2,800 people watching. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quick look in here, just show you the progress that we're making, and it won't be long until there's a rubberized floor going down on here, and you can see now what a fantastic structure that's being built. You can see the height of it. It's colossal. I can't wait to bring Nellie on here and let her loose and try and keep up with her. So we'll just have a walk around the perimeter, and bearing in mind this is only half of it. This is only the beginning. Lots of really cute little details around little animal scribings and insects and things that children notice that I wouldn't necessarily do. So morning, and slides, and it's super cool. Very happy with it. Very happy that rustle the mic. We're very happy that the place is going to get this kind of boost. Yeah, in a year of uncertainty. You know, we're hopefully coming out of a cost of living crisis. You know, we genuinely don't and can't really know exactly where we're going to be, and hopefully the fact that we're investing will put us in as good a place as possible to attract visitors this summer. So I think if you can invest, you know, it's a time of uncertainty. Hopefully, it gives you the best possible chance to do well. So you see, it's quite a structure, and then we've got this little superstar down here, what a man he is. And we'll be going down to talk to him. Yeah. You've not been signing on, Dick, have you? Are you happy to be on camera? You've not been signing on, have you? Yeah, are you happy to be on camera? You're not claiming benefits, you shouldn't be, or anything like that. Never claimed a penny in my life. Right. So the paling fence is going up. Dick, come here. Talk to us about these difficulties you've had with these ramps here. And you've been flagging this from day one, haven't you? Morning, Tim. Come here, get this microphone on you. I'm going to clip it on your braces. There, look at that. That's like
Tim have this on.
That's like a badge of honour, that.
Yeah.
That's like an OBE for you. Right, talk us through. What's the problems here? Why are we having difficulties?
Well, it was too steep a drop onto this road, you see.
Right, and this is because it's a wheelchair accessible platform.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are we doing to remedy that?
Well, to soften it, we've had to cast a slab out here and take it back uphill.
So we're taking one steady incline from here all the way up to that platform where that piece of equipment
it'll
is.
go level to that one and a steady incline up.
All right, so let you just make that point with your tape, please, Nick.
Well, it's level on here.
Level all the way, so that people in a wheelchair can access that platform that's going to go that way.
There's a bridge there.
Onto a bridge and a level thing.
And then it's a steady climb from there to there.
Right, and that solves the problem.
That's problem solved.
Excellent.
And there's another to build down there.
Excellent. And you've got Timmy doing things that you're no good at.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not that you're no good at, that aren't your expertise.
Yeah.
And different trades complement, and you two work very well together, don't you?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, who is it? Let's have a look.
It's bloke for oil. Oil pipes gone on the machine.
All right, go on then, see how you
Hello.
do. This is how Dick deals with his...
Oh, just put him on deck, we'll sort him. Yeah.
What a man.
Alright, Ian. Ta-da.
Lovely interaction.
Bye.
I don't know why David has trouble with you.
No, I wonder.
I genuinely don't.
Yeah.
You're such a nice man.
Can we press on? Here, get that, Tim.
Right, thank you, Dick. So that was very interesting. And this bottom area then is almost ready for those guys to move down onto. How long are they going to be up there?
I don't know the answer. This is good and ready.
Yeah. So again, this is a flat area. They'll bolt their equipment straight onto this slab, and then they'll. He's a busy man, isn't he? He's like the executive.
Hello. Right. Yeah. Keep right-handed and come down. Keep following it round and come down.
Look at that.
To the left arm.
Absolute legend of a man.
Oh, you've gone too far round.
Oh, he's gone too far. Right, I'll put that back on there. I'll not delay the workers. But as you can see, we're making great progress. So we'll make our way down and see what's happening on the rest of the farmyard.
We're just below that, 100 yards below.
And what I'm thinking here, instead of just having a wooden paling fence on here, I thought if we've got some glass panels where people can then take photos of people coming down the slide, all that area up there could be glass. You know, just to fully appreciate the excitement that people are going to have when they spend time on this. It's really exciting. I'm chuffed we've done it. I'm excited to see it finished, and I'm looking forward to Easter in so many ways. So let's, and this is another area of playground down here. This unit here is similar to the bigger units that they're currently erecting in the place we've just looked at. So, and again, it's quite a cute little area, this, because it's got those embankment slides as well. And it's just an exciting time to be a child at Camanala Farm. It's an exciting time to be an adult at Camanala Farm. More wonderful news yesterday. We had a specialist down in involved in the changing places, disabled changing facilities. And the wonderful news is there's room, there's head height to get one in there. So that is going to become a changing places disabled facility. It's going to take about 6 weeks. So that someone who needs those facilities on a day out, it'll include an integral toilet, a shower, a hoist to do the lifting, and all those things. So it makes us quite emotional to think that we're going to have a playground suitable for people who don't always get the best crack of the whip, and the facilities to match in terms of to make sure they're as comfortable as they can be on the day out. So that's another breakthrough. It's something we've wanted to do forever and a day, and we can now see a point in the very near future where it will happen. So that's made us very, very pleased. So it's full of sparrows in here, and it's warm. It's a nice place to come. It's just a nice warming on your hands in here. Right, so Stella says, morning Rob and all, I am late, how is mummy and baby? I'm doing fantastically well, wonderful. Well worth a watch on catch up if you possibly have the time today. They've exceeded our expectations, no end. What a fantastic litter of piglets. Another fantastic litter of piglets. Another fantastic litter of piglets. These are the Golden Girls, the 5 that pigged all together. They're doing really, really nicely. Nancy says, are you going to have electric scooters for rent? We will have mobility scooters. Already got one, we're in the process of getting another that people can hire. They're not to go around the playground on though. I think people would have to have their own mode of transport for that. I don't think the ones that we've got would be sufficiently stable for that. I'm going to have to go. Need to visit the gym before work. Have a good day and happy lambing. That's from Kirsty Leanne Downham. The very same to you. I hope you have a wonderful workout at your gym. Another nice litter of pigs there. Another nice litter of pigs there. Tracy says, Tanya Bartlett, Daisy Beck put a post on about it yesterday. Yeah, just to, I suppose, it's regarding springtime and all that malarkey and kerfuffle. We've just got to be patient, and what will be, and rest assured that there'll be no one, absolutely no one. Little cat. There'll be no one trying harder than Daisy Beck to get it over the line. And from what they were saying yesterday, there are exciting times ahead. We've got to keep the faith. There's no point getting onto them. Absolutely no point getting onto them, because they've been our friends and partners from the very start. So that's it's just a case of and don't worry. We will keep broadcasting on our socials. You'll miss nothing that happens, and I genuinely believe, from what I'm told, the future is very bright. So it's just a case of hanging in there, being patient, and what will be. But we're all very confident that everything will be good, and we're very appreciative of Daisy Beck for all their hard work on our behalf. So there really is no need to worry. I think it's just a case of enjoying springtime in whatever form it comes in. So, Blue Texels. How did the girls do at Stirling? Rob saw you shampooing it. They did really well. Frozen and no sound, says Pauline. Awake. Shirley says, always does that in pig barns. It's building. It's building, be patient. How is the little lamb? Caught it on catch-up early hours of this morning. It's doing really, really well. So those are Blue Texels. They're due, they might be a month away from lambing now, so we maybe need to think about getting them in soon. They were too far on to scan with certainty. So they need watching. They're not ready yet, but they'll not be a million miles. Doris says, bless you for recognising the need for accessible facilities for those of us that require them. It's an honour and a privilege to provide those facilities. We genuinely mean it, and we're excited to do it. You know, there's no grant for it. You know, because there's one already at Cannon Hall Museum. Normally you get a grant towards such facilities, but there's one already at Cannon Hall Museum. But Cannon Hall Museum is hardly ever open, so it's no good us just saying, oh yeah, there's one at the museum, go and use that. That wouldn't solve the problem that people have. So we're just gonna build it, and then we've got it, and people who are coming to the farm and to use these accessible playgrounds will have the the last tick in the box that we need to know in our own heart that we're doing right for them. So sheep, and more sheep. We've got 2 Highland heifers, we've got 2 Highland bulls that we're going to Auburn with. On Saturday, David and I are going to have a very, very early start and head north. We're going to take the high road up to the the further end of Scotland, and we're excited to go. Auburn is a beautiful town. Booked a hotel last night. We'll be sharing a bedroom again, which it gives you ammunition and funny stories, doesn't it, when you do things like that. There's our little alpaca. Sharon says, don't count them, you'll drift off. Kelly said, how did you fare at the Stirling show with the 2 heifers? They didn't do anything in the show, but they were much younger than the other ones. So, the judge said, lovely heifers, just too young. But we just don't have the room. You see, everything's absolutely, we're chock-a-block, and we need to make some space, and that's why the young Highlands, they'll be going up to Auburn at the weekend. Jacqueline says, Tina Marriott, I would love to find someone from Essex that wants to visit, and that's where the supporters page comes in, because people connect up and sometimes share lifts and journeys and become friends because of it. Really pleased with the number of new supporters that are signing up. David's on the move. I think we're up 218% in new supporter sign-ups, which is fantastic. The supporter network is such an important thing for the farm. It enables us to do so many exciting things, like it funds trips up to Auburn to take the cattle to make film. David and I will be self-filming that, and we'll do lives from up there, and we'll hopefully send interesting content back for Dale to smarten up and turn into something special. So for supporter sign-ups to be up 218% is really wonderful. So thank you to all the new supporters, and thank you to the existing supporters who guide people along, through the process. Now David's a little bit late because he got up to help Kate in the night. I checked the camera and I could see Kate was got one in a pen. She was in a pen with it. I was checking the camera. I said, oh goodness me. So I rang her and she says, don't worry, I've rung David, he's on his way. And then David arrived. So I watched on the camera that they safely delivered the sheep before I went back to bed, and then Ruth rang me at about 5 o'clock anyway, so I got up and helped her lamb one. So we've both had a call out in the night, and anyway, I feel reasonably rested. I don't feel so bad. Right, so, and we're on our way to see Ted, aren't we? That is the morning, Will. Morning, Will. You all right, lad? Not so bad. So Coco is close. Pony M, her little foal, is doing brilliantly well. So pleased to see them. So pleased to have them. Those 2 feeders, Will, can come out today, I think. Bit look at them. So I think when we're feeding round, I'll have to put a message on. By the early hours, everything was out of hay. So we just probably need to, whatever we're giving them, just, especially now they haven't got the nuts to go on, you know, and in the dairy as well, so probably just need to up it a bit. So there's the little white calf. We've got a stunning group of donkeys now. Really lovely. We've got two there that are ready for weaning. Probably 3 to push. And there's another 1 or stroke 2 that are not a million miles off falling. So we have a rolling programme of new arrivals. So that's blocked, isn't it? I wonder why. There's little Princess, what's her name? What do we call her? Princess... Nelly would never forgive me. I'm hoping to have half an hour in the indoor play with Nelly today. With a bit of luck.
We hear a pigeon going to me.
I think that might be a rock dove nesting up there. Is it Princess Aurora? 2,600 people still watching. Mary says they're thinking of a podcast. Whatever we do, we'll make sure you don't miss a beat. And whatever happens. But when, you know, it's not a foregone, it's not a lost cause by any means. It's a very, very exciting time. And we just, you know, Daisy Becker are friends and partners, and absolutely doing the best to. You know, to make sure, Aurora, says Eleanor, to make sure that the Cannon Farm story carries on being told on television, and I firmly believe it will. So that's where we are. I don't know any more than that, and I can't say any more than that if I knew, because until you know, until you can say, you can't say. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. Lindsay says thank you. Will's working hard, mucking out well. And he's always working hard. Karen says, love all your animals, Rob. Morning, Will. And Dawn Clark says, Aurora. Christine Fenton says, Aurora. So, anyone that can give us a share, we always appreciate that. Shares are literally gold dust for us. And thank you to anyone who comments in. The more people who comment, the more interaction the page gets, the higher up the rankings it goes. So thank you for that. We really appreciate people who participate. We need people to participate as much as possible so that the page performs as well as possible. It's a complex thing, this Facebook page, and I don't pretend to understand it in any way. That you know, like a lot of people do. But I hear what people say, and I understand that comments and shares are good. That obviously views are good, that views on the videos make a big difference to the farm. So thank you to everyone who watches and participates, and hopefully you get something from it. So who is here? Someone's carrying 2 barrows up there. Fabulous. Is that Emily? I think it is. So, here is Ted. Here's the man himself. Here's the man of the moment. And he is a extremely popular, treasured, valued member of our team. All these animals, they're precious and important to us. There's Emma there, there's Silver there. Silver's had a bit of a foot issue. Morning. Silver's had a bit of a foot issue, so she's come in here where it's dry. And what do you call her? Midnight Beauty's gone down to the bottom, and she's mixed with Forever Amber. And Cannonball is now in a pen on his own because he's just starting to realise he's a boy, and it's causing problems. So there's all sorts happening. Silver knows it's potentially feed time, and she's ready for that. She's after some. The donkeys are looking great. the Shorthorn cattle are looking fantastico, and our Beryl the cow is getting closer to the big day, but still the big day still has not arrived. The llama's looking great. There's Lady the cow down there. There's Fern. There's Bonnie, and then there's the big man Murphy, who is being primed for the Highland Show. Pauline says, good morning from a rainy Isle of Wight. Visited the farm several times before we left Yorkshire. Saw Ted at the Great Yorkshire Show. Andrea sent 55 stars. Thank you, Andrea. Linda says, morning, Rob. How are Mum and David from last night's live? They're doing absolutely fantastically well. Incredibly well. Unbelievably well. We are beyond ecstatic at the progress that they've made. I am genuinely surprised that they're doing so very, very well. It's a rather smart coat you're sporting there, Emily. Oh, that's a foregone conclusion. It will be covered in straw. Will's got one, but he saves it for going out. Oh, it's there. Sorry. You know, right, Will. Who on the farm saves the farm coat for going out? Who do you think it might be? Come on. I don't know about Daryl. Dick. Dick. He wears it for vest. Yeah, and then he walks around getting wet through. then he wants another. Oh wait, you need to put plastic bags on him. Yeah. All right. Oh, is David letting you down? Yeah. Oh dear. No, he's late up. But he was up about. I think he helped Kate lamb one about 3 o'clock. But I helped Ruth lamb one at 5 o'clock, and I'm still here. Right, so the guys are working hard in there. I think we'll go across and we'll maybe have a look at Princess Aurora. Maybe we'll catch... David won't have loads of time, but he might want a word. Lisa says Danny, and Jackie says Dick.
Good morning. Morning, Jackie.
I don't think that's fair on Dave.
I helped Kate at 3.
And I watched you on camera.
Did you?
Yeah. I was ready to spring out of bed and come and help you if you... Yeah.
I mean, lucky for us that we're in the right position.
I got up at 4:45. Ruth rang me at 4:45.
Told me.
Lynn says, how on earth do you remember all their names? And Jean says, morning, David.
Morning, Jean.
And Lisa Bidnell says, hi, Dave.
Hi.
Hi, who?
Lisa.
Yeah, correct. And Mary says, good problem with her shoulder. Good problem with the shoulder, but looking good. Called her Hope. And Moya says, hi, Farmer Emily. Rita Howarth says, morning, Dave. So, how are you doing? Are you behind the 8 ball, David, today, or have you caught up? Are you on track? Where are you?
I've just come out.
You've just come out. You've not had a shave.
No.
I think less of you. Let's have a look at that beard. This is something you don't normally see.
Well, I need
Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. No, turn around the other way. That's it. There's just a little bit of a stubble going on there, but it's only a small one. Julie says, morning, Dave. Look at Will. Will will lead you home.
He's the man, isn't he?
Yeah. What do you think to him for being late up?
Scuba diving, Will. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I used to.
Where do you go?
I do it up in Scotland.
No way, I need to talk to you about this.
I'm going to
Yeah, come here. Right. You see, you learn things about people. You're a scuba diver, and do you actually go in the sea or in swimming baths?
Yeah, I've done it since I was 14.
Yeah.
I've done it up the west coast of Scotland,
Wow.
east coast of Scotland. Done it in Cyprus and Greece.
And what do you see different? I mean, I'm passionately interested in the health and prosperity of our coastal waters, because obviously I have a little fishing boat.
Yeah.
There's nothing I like better than to go out, catch a few fish, and I tend to put them all back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, I'd rather catch them again next year twice as big.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy on it.
Yeah.
What do you see when you're down there?
Well, up the west coast of Scotland, you'll see like lots of kelp. It's quite green, really. It's like a forest, but underwater.
So these are kelp beds.
Yeah, kelp beds.
There is a few of these at Whitby.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get your spinners snagged on there.
Yeah,
can't
yeah, you do. Yeah. Do you find fishing tackle down there?
Yeah, you can do. You find lots of cut lines. So obviously, like yourself, who's bothered about the environment for the sea. If I see any, I'll cut it and I'll take it up and I'll throw it.
Brilliant. Well, that's good to hear, because I always do. I do feel guilty if I lose tackle. I think, well, that's not ideal.
No, you can't really do anything about it, can you? So.
No. Well, I think you can. Sometimes you're fishing in areas where it's particularly rocky,
Yeah.
where the kelp might be stronger, and you're risking it a bit by going there. You know, you could play it a bit more cautious.
Yeah.
So I think there is some things you can do. So do you see any crabs, lobsters?
Oh, we've had seen lots of crabs, lots of lobsters, shoals of fish. They're nice to swim through.
Yeah. And what do you see? What type of fish?
Like mackerel, pollock, stuff like that. Especially up in Scotland.
Caught some good pollock. They fight like mad, pollock.
Yeah, they do. And I've quite a lot of jellyfish actually. Red lion's manes, which I've been stung by before. It hurts quite a bit actually.
A jellyfish?
Yeah, I got it across my face.
Did you?
Yeah.
So do you wear a wetsuit or just your trunks?
No, I wear a wetsuit and sometimes I'll wear a dry suit,
Right.
which just I only get my hands and my head wet then.
All right. So even I could do that then.
Yeah.
Do you need to be a strong swimmer to do it?
No, not really. You need to be able to go underwater and be calm, keep you cool. So obviously, it's not something that it's normal, you know, not something normally you do, is it? So
Yeah. Fantastic. I didn't know that, Will. So I'm envious. I would love to do that kind of thing and see what is beneath the murky depths, because you can only imagine, can't you? When I'm fishing,
yeah,
I shut my eyes and I think I'm down there. How can I move this lure to tempt that fish?
yeah.
I actually shut my eyes sometimes and put myself at the bottom of the sea. I think that's a bit sad.
No, you got to do what you got to do to catch some fish.
Sometimes I get one when my eyes are shut, because it's all done through feeling.
Yeah.
I think that's something that someone who is partially sighted or blind could get a lot of joy from sea fishing, because it's all a sensory thing. You fish through your hands.
Yeah, you do. Good idea.
Right, I will leave you to crack on, Will. I'm glad to know that you're a keen scuba diver. David used to scuba dive, but he only ever went to Cudder swimming baths. He
It could be.
did you like Will's dry humour there? He says, what in Cudder?
Yeah, no one can hear it though.
David said, I've seen sea snakes. And Will said, what in Cudder?
A Spanish dancer.
You did
Spanish
what?
Dancer. It's like a kind of sea slug.
Oh, I thought you were on about someone you met when you were on your 1830 holidays.
No.
Oh. Tell us about them. 1830 holidays. What was the highlight?
No one can hear me, Rob.
David went on 1830 holidays.
Well,
Didn't
I won with Tim Wood.
he went on an 1830 holiday. What was your highlight?
It was all good fun, really.
Anything that you remember particularly?
Not really. Yeah,
Anything that would make your heart race?
Not really. Did you ever go on one, Rob?
I didn't say. I was married at 20.
There was always the guy. There was always one guy there that was 30.
I was married at 20. How were I going to go on any of those? We've just had 1,000 stars sent from Dorothy Leslie. Thank you, Dorothy. Margaret says, morning, Rob. I'm late this morning. Have to catch up with the beginning later. And Christine Ray says, scuba diving is just fabulous. Miss it a lot.
I've got to say, scuba diving, that it's on about, it gives you an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've just said to Will, when you're fishing, I'm always thinking, I wonder what's down there. I wonder what it looks like. And I think by doing that, you actually know what the bottom of the sea looks like. And when he says he salvages lost sea fishing tackle,
Oh, yeah.
and brings it back to help the environment. So I do always feel guilty if I lose a lure. I always think, I don't really like the idea of that being stuck down there and what have you.
I remember it might have been Grankin area.
Claire says, Dave, can you say hello to my sister Joanne?
Joanne, have a good day.
That's a lovely thing to do. And Kel says, come and do it in Australia,
Yeah.
Great Barrier. Kel, I'm going to apologise now for what David's about to do.
What, Kel?
Kel.
G'day, Kel. I'm going to be there one of these days. Bonza time.
Straight from Ramsey Street in Neighbours. Christine says, "Don't give your secrets away." No, well, he's not going to give any secrets away, is he? And
Seriously
Mandy says,
though,
loved 18 to 30s holidays, Ibiza, but like 20s company, better to Ibiza.
there you are.
So, Wendy says it's freezing, Rob. You're right, Wendy. My hands are nearly dropping off.
We've got a delivery of play equipment this morning. haven't we?
Oh, well. And are you doing that?
Well, if I probably, I would imagine.
Dick's on good form this morning. I don't think I have any problem with him.
Why? Where is he? Not here.
No, he's here.
Oh.
But he's very, very businesslike, very workmanlike, getting on with his job.
We might have to try and clean those boiler rooms out today.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at it. Right then, I'm going to scoot off. It's
Yeah.
always lovely to chat, but with me being slightly late, getting up at 3 o'clock, we had a busy night last night, didn't we?
We did. But
Right.
very rewarding, particularly rewarding for me when I saw how well those ewes and lambs are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I was beyond made up when I saw that. You know, I really think we've got an excellent chance of rearing all 4 of those now. Jean says, "How is the polar lamb this morning?" Beyond any reasonable expectations, it's doing well.
Right then, I'm going to tip that again.
Right, okay, I'll come out your way. Right, see you soon. Right, so David's in good fettle. He's rested up. My back's really sore. Oh. It doesn't take a lot to, and it's all stuff that you're not used to doing, isn't it? You know, when you're laid down and pulling and tugging and manoeuvring and contorting, and it's that time, isn't it? You'd never leave a stone unturned, or you'd never hold back on the effort to try and get that lamb delivered. So it does tend to twist you and hurt you to some degree. So Murphy. It's the tale of 2 bulls, isn't it? We've got Murphy. What a top line. What a fantastic animal he is. He is being primed. Look at that for a top line. He's been primed for the Highland Show. He's a brindle bull. He looks absolutely brilliant. We're wetting him up to grow his coat. We really like him. Bought him a year ago, almost to the day. And we've loved every minute of that year since. We're really happy to have him. But equally, we're lucky, very, very lucky, to have a fantastic bull in the form of Ted. We'll look at in a minute. This is Beryl. You see Beryl's bagging up. She's getting closer. She's super fit. And when I say super fit, she's in great nick, you know. But is she in too great a nick? Will the calf be too big? We really don't know. We won't know until we find out. Lady's getting close. She's bagging up. You can see those teats protruding prominently from behind now, and you couldn't see those a relatively short while ago. So again, she could go within the next week. She will go within the next few days. It'd be nice if we could get a cab before we go away again to Scotland. Silver's had a foot problem. She's got a problem with a sore frog. So she's coming in to dry off, and then we're going to spray the frog. And it's probably something like athlete's foot. And she's a bit bothered because she knows it's feeding time. She thinks they're all getting fed and she's not. But she'll settle down, and she just needs that bit of dry bedding to take the sting out of probably a fungal infection. But she's already well on the way to improvement. There's little Jojo and Noel, and they're doing really, really well. Karen says, love Silver, she's magnificent. We've got Emma and a calf. David's already mucked this one out, or someone has. I think it will be Dave. And here is young Ted. Come on. Salt water good for frogs, says Sabs. Thank you very much. I know Philip and Ruth were perusing it yesterday and they formulated a plan together, which is always lovely. Victoria says Jojo is shot up. And Shirley Foster says, oh, hi, Jojo. and I'm sure he says hi back. So there's Ted. So Ted's not been pushed for a show, but that doesn't mean we won't take him somewhere. I suppose we sut his back, says Sharon. Good one. Murphy was my last puppy. Fruitfully was Jesus Murphy. Truthfully was Jesus Murphy. Right. Helen says, what is a frog? As in on Silver, it's part of the foot. But she's now putting weight on all four, down to 10% now. Sab says, I used to take the horses in the sea. I bet they loved it. I bet they did. Red Rum used to gallop on Southport Beach, didn't he? And Deborah says, love Ted, he's a lovely unit. Kel says, my favourite breed of cattle is Poll Herefords. They are stunning. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely love Herefords, but we just can't keep them all. Wendy says, will she have some mix? Good, Rob, not sure what that means, sorry. And Alison says, Ted, too busy eating his breakfast. And Christine loves Ted. And Sue says, hello, Ted, absolutely love him, such a handsome bull. Now then, Sunshine, how are you doing? And he is a handsome bull. He's a really good bull, but we've just got so many sisters and a mother of him that we needed another bull. Tina says they are on at the beginning of the live. Yeah, wonderful news regarding the is he coming over? The lambs from last night and the ewes doing really well, incredibly well. I'm beyond staggered as to the progress that they've made in just a few hours. Linda loves Ted. Carla says, hi Rob and everyone, hope you have a great day. We hope you have a great day too. And Nicola says, I had the shower experience last Friday with Charlotte, loved it. Well, that's good to hear, thank you so much. Trish said, why is the llama dancing in the background, Rob? Llama dancing in the background? I can't see one. Oh, in the background, it's just playing, that right across there, yeah. Victoria said, Ted needs his own harem of girls. It's just so very, very difficult to find adequate room for everything that we'd like to keep. It's anyway, we do our best. We'd like to build another building, really. Fiona, morning Farmer Rob, finally visiting next week, being a supporter for 44 months. Thank you so much for being a supporter and for taking the effort to visit. And Jane says, good morning Farmer Rob, late to the party because I've just got home from work. Hope you all have a great day, and I hope you had a great evening's work. And thank you for watching. Wendy says, will Silver have some dry feed mix? Yes, she gets some cubes just to keep her ticking along. Sab says, did you get anything last weekend? Couldn't possibly say. And Lorna says, I have to leave now, Farmer Rob. Have a good day, and the same to everyone here and at Candle Farm. Travel safely to Scotland. Thank you. And Jean says they're all okay, but well. Becky says, hey Rob, did your dad buy another bull from the sales last weekend? Again, I'm not permitted to speculate on the events of that because we were filming for the Yorkshire Vet, which is a programme that we absolutely love, and we are bound to some degree to not spoil the outcome of the episode. But rest assured, keep abreast of what we're doing, and you will miss not one thing. Sheila says, been a supporter for 42 months, love everything you do. Thank you so much, Sheila. Genuinely mean that from the bottom of our hearts. 7% battery left. This phone doesn't seem to retain its charge as well as it used to. Maybe it's the cold weather, but my hand is not retaining its charge as well as it used to. So, see, that's a lovely cow, isn't it? What a lovely feminine set of horns. That's exactly what you'd want from a female cow's horns, and ladies the same. Poor old Bonnie's got the horns of a bull. So that's the difference. They should go up like that. But Bonnies go down like that. So yeah, there we go. Right, we're down to I'm down now to 5%. So I'm going to have to say cheerio to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate your commitment and your support. Thank you for all the stars. Thank you for spending so much time watching our little page. And Davey's got his dancing shoes on.
Well, I am. I'm just going to turn.
You've got your pumps on. He's putting his pipes in. So tell us which pipe does what, Dave?
You've got.
Flow and return?
Yeah.
So which is the flow, which is the return?
So that's the flow.
So that pushes oil in, to be honest with you, which powers the conveyor belt on the floor, which powers the rotating spikes at the end.
It also powers.
I'm not going to go near them in case they start twisting.
It also powers the elevator.
You know we're not putting straight roundhouse now, don't you?
It's fine.
With this?
No.
Yeah.
Elevator.
Yeah. Elevator. The conveyor belt.
Moving floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conveyor belt.
And it reverses. It goes that way,
Yeah.
and it spreads it out, and then if you pull back on the floor, it pulls it back in.
So the flow pushes it and the return pulls it.
Pulls it back.
Yeah. And that's just done under pressure
And
of
that's-
hydraulic oil.
And it also lifts the ram. Very
Yeah.
clever.
It's the pressure of hydraulic oil, incredible.
Who
And
thought of that?
and how, well, exactly. It's one thing understanding them and maybe maintaining them, but who designed them in the first place? You know, if it weren't for people who are really clever, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Exactly. Rob.
Yeah. So we have a lot to be thankful for. Yeah. A lot to be thankful for.
Right, I'm going to put some in piles, and then I'm going to have to get them to come down and spread it out a little bit. Could do with that picking up as well.
Yeah.
Right, I'll bring it up.
Okie doke. So there we are. We've just been talking flow and return on hydraulic oil. All interesting stuff. So once again, thank you for watching. We will see you all soon. Thank you for your support. Have a wonderful day. And who knows, we might be back at you later with more lambing action. So from Farmer Rob, cheerio from me. Bye bye.